it's Ariel Klein, and this is Supernatural Season 1, Episode 18, Something Wicked Review. If you're new here, I'm doing like a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into it. So this is my first time rewatching this episode because it's actually one of the more scarier episodes, so I don't think I ever rewatched it. You know, watching this, I'm like, it's not too scary, like it's not too bad, where I think when I was younger, I was like 15, but when I was watching Supernatural the first time, but I think when I was younger, I think it was more scary to me. I think still the scariest might have been the not the Hell House, the one where they're in the house, or they're in the asylum. Yeah, that one. Unless there was another really scary one. I think there was like 2 episodes before this one that I was like pointed out that they were kind of scary. So episodic, typical episode, but it's different. And it's different in the way that this is the first time we see flashbacks. And it's something where I think it's like about like once a season, maybe twice a season, there's like an episode where there are flashback scenes. And because they don't happen like too often, you know, they really do it at times that are most important. You know, there's shows like This Is Us or whatever else that uses flashbacks a lot. Like maybe it's every single episode or it's a lot. Supernatural does it. And so shows that don't, you know, there has to be a reason. And I was wondering if like maybe it's something in the writer's room where they were like trying to avoid, like they were like, I don't know, we want to do flashbacks, whatever. But then maybe they were like, if we're going to do flashbacks, this is the episode to do it on. So it's kind of crazy to see Sam and Dean when they're young, and like how even at such a young age, like how old is Dean? Is he like 8 or something? He's like taking care of his little brother and what he does, and how, you know, you see more of like their relationship and about like caring for brother. And then, of course, it correlates and parallels to Common Day, where there's, at the motel, there's an older brother and a younger brother, and he's taking care of him. So you see the parallels, and I think it was just, like, a way for them to show, like, more about, like, the relationship about the brothers and, like, you know, kind of get into, like, more about what the show's really about, which is the brothers and Dean caring for Sam. And I think they just wanted to, like, you know, keep going with that. They're like, what's a B plot? Like, that's, you know, it can't just be the hunt. And so they found something that kind of like, oh, maybe this is something that, you know, they had to deal with when they were a child, and so forth and so forth. And then they had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the episode, but they didn't have scenes with him because it was, you know, a flashback, which, you know, I feel like, I really thought like, he was only in a few episodes in season 1, but now it's kind of feeling like he's like a really big recurring character in season 1. Like he's in a lot of these episodes, even if it's just for like a scene. So yeah, but overall, there's not much to say about this episode. The monster of the week, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's not a ghost. So we kind of have that, but it's kind of interesting that it like sucks the life of people, and so it goes for kids because they're younger and they're more energy or whatever it was. Also, we talk about saving a girl, and there was no saving the girl because, you know, the focus were, you know, kids. And so in this way, it's like saving the kids, which obviously feels different, but it's a connection to who they are, and it, you know, saving a brother. And, you know, at any time where something where it's like saving a kid, it feels a little bit different because it's like higher stakes because they are kids, I guess. Not much to say about this episode. Overall, it's a decent, good episode, but I mean, it's something I never rewatched again, so maybe it's missing something. Kind of like the episode before, you know, it had humor, it had this and that, it had some twists. This one really, like, this one had some humor where they thought it was like the old lady, but then it was just like the doctor, and kind of like, I guess, twist that way. But again, like, that's the thing with Supernatural, there's not that, especially in the early seasons, there's not that many characters. And so it's kind of like they have to like make it where it's like all connected. And so of course, like, oh, they're giving the doctor like some whatever, some face. Okay, yeah, it's gonna end up being him. I think it was also funny that they were like pretending to be the CDC. So you kind of get into like how, like, you know, they pretended, oh my god, I forgot to say this a few episodes back, they were pretending to be fathers. And so you kind of see that more so in the early seasons where they're pretending to be like different things, like they've been pretending to be FBI. Well, they do that one a lot, but they're, you know, CDC, whatever. So they've tried to, and Dean's like, I go through a lot of work to get these things. So you don't see that as much in later seasons. And yeah, it's interesting, and I'm sure when I watched it the first time, I had no idea what CDC was. So, but thank you guys for watching my review of season 1, episode 18 of Supernatural, and I'll do a video for the 19th episode, which I'm excited for because that's actually an episode I did rewatch multiple times. If you know what I'm talking about, y'all. It's kind of scary, but it's a good episode. Anyway, comment below your thoughts, and bye.